12, baby. Make this one the best one yet.
Welcome back, my man.
Thank you. Happy to be back.
Just sign so we can remember your name, son.
Yeah.
Ready.
How are you doing today, Parker?
Good, how are you?
Good. Great to have you back.
It's great to be back.
Ready for another season.
Yes, sir.
Want a cup of coffee?
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
They don't want to hurt you.
Good to be here.
We in here, Duval, baby.
Let's go! On the line of scrimmage, D-line. Come on!
They can't beat us, we communicate now.
Big time players make big time plays in big time games, bro.
This is Jags Wired. Brought to you in part by TIAA Bank, created to serve, built to perform. And by Baptist Health, changing healthcare for good.
We're a team on paper, we're not a team yet, as far as being able to ready to play. We're not ready to go out there and start a season right now. Let's make sure that we understand that. But those are the things that are the challenges. Those are the things that we're building up to.
Doug Marrone is, among many things, a pragmatist. The veteran coach knows that building a team starts over every summer, no matter who was on the roster the season before. Marrone wasn't about to skip any steps in the process as camp opened, and he wanted to make sure his team got the message. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Sexton. Welcome to this edition of Jags Wired. Marrone might be tapping the brakes a bit when it comes to his football team, but folks in North Florida are excited. A new quarterback, more talent on an already loaded defense, and a renewed sense of purpose from guys like Leonard Fournette are just a few of the reasons why the Jaguars were eager to get started this summer. Let's report to camp with one of the new guys, wide receiver Chris Conley.
Shall we? I'm used to going away for camp, going away hour 15 minutes, and having to bring everything with you because you'll be in camp for a while. The schedule's a little bit different here, not quite as far, and so I've realized that I've packed a little bit more than probably your average Jags player.
I got a little bit of recreational reading material, Stopped by a comic book shop here in town and just bought the whole run of these Darth Vader comics. Gonna, take some time out and read and veg out on these a little bit. And for those people wondering if I'm just gonna read comic books the whole time, I do have my iPad and I will watch film and be in the playbook. There's a lot of unknowns that you go through, but I think that at the end of the day, football's football, and I think the X's and O's and the lines may change, the people may change, but it's still the game you know.
Fight.
A lot of interesting and promising things about this year, and just this kind of is the sign and culmination of all that stuff, beginning. I was texting Nick last night, and he texted me and was like, "Man, emotions are running high." And I texted him back and I was like, "Your emotions or somebody else's emotions?" And he was just like, "Everyone's," and I think that sums up what your first day and your first week of camp are really like. Is you just have all of this anticipation of what's coming. You have all of this joy and angst at the same time, and it kind of just bubbles over. And yeah, I guess you can equate it to being like a first day of school, except your classmates are grown men, and and you don't get to go home away from them. You're kind of stuck with them, for the long haul for the rest of the year.
All right. I seem to have overpacked.
This is half of what Lambo had. So.
Really? Yeah. That's good. No? What's up, man? Look at this. This is how a vet packs for camp. He doesn't bring anything. He doesn't bring anything. You know, you've been in that long, you don't have to bring anything. All right, moment of truth. Are we on the team or not? We'll find out right now. Huh. We're on the team. All right, y'all. See y'all at practice.
Marone presented his team with a different style of camp than had become the norm around here. This one designed to keep the players fresh and healthy for the regular season. Let's see if they notice the change as we go to practice with the Jaguars in this week's Southern Four Dealers Sounds of the Game.
Hips down, hips down, hips down. Cut out! Second! Get out! There you go, good.
Hey, this is that 2-huddle 7-on-7, all right, in Mach 3.
Down, ready, set, go. Good, there we come on, Lyndon. Use some athletic ability, baby. Hands, come on. That's it, good. Good job, bro. Hydration is key. Go, boy. Get around it. Get back on the line. Hey, good, Joe.
Front to back, and then finish it on the tackle right there. Front to back to the dot.
Hey, Flip, I can play receiver now.
There you go.
Good, Josh. Down. Good. Get our work in, make sure we get hydrated so we don't put anyone in jeopardy. The only thing is that when the heat hits, okay, keep your focus and keep your wits about you.
Take advantage of those opportunities and now get ready for Philly now. Let's go. Jags on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Coming up on Jags Wired.
Duva!
Leonard Fournette was wired for sound during a practice with the Ravens. Listen to the big guy as he interacts with players, coaches, and fans. Coming up in Mic'd Up. Plus,
taking up the whole operation for a whole week over there, making it feel like it's training camp and it's a comfortable location for us there.
After the break, it takes a team of dedicated professionals to get the Jaguars to Baltimore and back. We take you behind the scenes of the Jags trip to Maryland. All that and more straight ahead on Jags Wired.
Yo, what's up, bro? What's up with it? How you doing? Good. What's up? Good?
Leonard Fournette always draws a crowd. New York pitcher CC Sabathia was in town with the Yankees and came to practice to catch up with the Jaguars running back. We're back on Jags Wired. I'm Brian Sexton. It's hard to describe just how much work goes into planning and executing a week like the Jaguars spent in Baltimore. From packing to the plane to the hotel and everywhere else the Jaguars were. See for yourself in this week's Closer Look, brought to you by Baptist Health.
The planning process for the Baltimore trip started in the middle of March. So before the schedule came out, Coach Marone and Coach Harbaugh were talking about doing joint practices. The advantage that we have, or the nice thing about it, is we've done that for the past couple years, right? The biggest thing is it's 5 days, 4 nights. We're there for a long time.
It's been pretty good because we've all worked together for about 7 years now. So we kind of know what to ask each other and what to look for, and just really kind of a group effort on getting it all ready. You know, you get the list from Hamza and it says there's 188 people on the flight. You know, you only got 90 players and you're like, oh God, we have clothes for all these people.
taking up the whole operation for a whole week over there, making it feel like it's training camp and it's a comfortable location for us there.
Whenever we're away from the stadium, we try to replicate on the road what we have at the stadium for the coaches.
I'll get them. You guys keep this on.
Try to be as much as we can like we're at home, but you're not. We've had some pretty good experiences over the last few years. You know, each time's a little different. This is the third year in a row we've done a combined practice like that. And this time was a little different just because we worked completely out of the hotel. So some ways that's good, some ways it's bad, but we try to make it work.
We try to make it like we're here, but obviously there's some you know, complications to make it exactly like, but we try to do as best we can. Anything they need, we try to get us, and we do this beforehand, and obviously we don't just prepare the week before. Many weeks in advance, we're preparing for that.
You keep going, and now we're still in training camp, so it's not like you get a couple days off to go. Hey, we got another practice tomorrow.
When they're up, we're up. When they're down, we're down. But it's, you know, it's a long season. There's going to be some ups and downs, but the goal is to get into the playoffs, and hopefully we can get back there.
We all feel part of the team and part of you know, the whole operation. So when you have a smooth, kind of distraction-free trip, then you know you've done your job to help the bigger picture of the players and the coaches focusing on the games.
Coach Marone told me the night before the Jaguars' preseason game against the Ravens that one of the reasons he felt so comfortable in resting his starters was the quality of the work his team got with one of the best teams in the AFC. Here's a look at the week spent training with the Ravens.
The more you make linemen think, the worse you're going to be. That's what I'm going to tell you.
If there's anything the one-time offensive line coach knows, it's the big guys up front. Hear more wisdom from Coach Marone at training camp next in Mic'd Up.
Hey, come to the game and we play the Saints at home. I got you on camera.
Wide receiver D.D. Westbrook is a rising star in Jaguars camp, and he spent an evening at Daly's place with one of music's biggest stars, Lil Wayne. Welcome back to Jags Wired. I'm Brian Sexton. From the stage to the field, it's time to listen in on the guys at training camp in this week's Mic'd Up.
Duval! I'm the fastest there. They got me mic'd up. Letting y'all know I'm the fast.
Leverage. I mean, strength's important. Leverage.
I ain't got no energy, man. It ain't even enough. It's like, I ain't got no energy.
Pick it up. Hey, let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. That's one. Good job. Good job.
Here we go, on the hop, here we go. Nice. That's it, Jalen. Here we go, let's go. Keep a good tempo now. On and off, guys, here we go. When we have the ability to do that, and then we can keep things solid on the inside, and you can ride them out and block them like you have, we're going to be able to step up and get that ball down the field. That's a heck of a job.
You got to look at the dude you're going against. And if he's leaning forward a little bit, you can tell he's trying to jump you because it's all pass sets. It's all pass. So you know if you're leaning forward, you know if you're leaning back. If you're leaning forward, you just back up a little bit.
You bought into the protection world since we've been here, and you're the best back we got in protection right now.
If everyone's on the same page, we always got a chance. The more you make linemen think, the worse you're gonna be. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Right. We gonna be friends right here. This cool, but we out there, it's a whole different story. That's 2 of them. Come on, chill out. Hey, chill out, man. Hey, you can't tell you to chill out, man. Chill out. Chill out. I'm telling you to chill. No, hold up. I'm breaking it up.
Oh, okay.
That's all. I was breaking it up. You can look on film.
You give me that left arm clear, I'm grabbing him. My only job is to take him out of it. I swear, bro. I swear you got 8 sacks. You got 8 sacks off of one move, bro. I'm telling you, guaranteed.
We just beat y'all. We just won. We just won. Hold on, you big baby? Oh no, you gotta sit down, big baby.
Another day in the books. All right, let's get ready to go. Let's make sure we take care of bodies and keep building this thing up as we go. Here we go, break it down.
When we return to Jags Wired, the preseason is underway. We'll take you to the field next on Jags Wired.
Working at the speed of light, got a supersonic man out of you.
Defensive tackle Taven Bryan channeled his inner Freddie Mercury while wearing our microphone. The Jaguars are hoping he has an inner Calais Campbell to share with us this season as well. Welcome back to Jags Wired. I'm Brian Sexton. It's been a busy couple of weeks since camp began. And the next few, which include games against the Eagles, Dolphins, and Falcons, plus the roster reduction to the final 53, figure to be just as crazy. And of course, our cameras will be there to capture it all for you. Our next show will be on August 28th when we take a deeper dive into the preseason. But for now, let's take the field at M&T Bank Stadium as the Jaguars began their 25th preseason against the Baltimore Ravens. And enjoy the Jaguars preseason opener against the Eagles, brought to you by Pet Paradise. Good night, everybody.
Don't be nervous. Never. It's the same as you played in college. They just get paid now. A little bit better diet. I should have just penetrated. I'm smarter than that, but because I should have known that I was going to get bumped off. Agile, mobile, hostile. Hey, we're killing them, bro. Just they're going way out there.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
I just walked back to the quarterback. I'm like, Hey, bro. 5 times I was this close today. No, it'll be good because I'll be in better shape here too, anyways. Get used to that game shape and.
Close right. Defensive end.
I'm kind of sad it took me out because I'm feeling good now.